Hi, this is the Alexi Minko Show and I'm your host Alexi. My guest tonight has the life I want to live. The editor-in-chief extraordinaire in New York City. He has the goods, the secrets, and everything about the town. It's my great pleasure to welcome Peter Davis.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hi Peter.
How are you?
I'm very good, and you?
I'm very well.
It's such a pleasure to have you.
Tonight, after this, I'm going to see Lady Gaga at the Harper's Bazaar party.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So she's still singing?
She's still singing, I think. We'll see. She kind of disappeared for a while.
She did. I think she's in love now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's keeping it busy. So, you're the editor-in-chief of Guest of Guests, which is actually a wonderful publication. Tell us a little bit about it.
I just started a few weeks ago, and I started a magazine called Scene with the New York Observer, and I left that. I was really tired. Like, I wanted to work digital. I wanted to do something digital,
which is the future, I think.
I was calling it the future, then I thought it's the right now. I feel like I'm swimming to the boat and like jumping on it. And the woman, my partner, is Rochelle Ruska McPherson. So we kind of partnered together, and I've slowly taken over that website, but I'm also going to launch other websites.
So what is it about Guest of Guests?
It's kind of like a New York nightlife events and party driven.
Yes.
But I'm going to bring other content to the site.
Are you going to, you actually revamped Scene? I mean, it was wonderful what you did, very avant-garde, I thought. It was not just gossip page, you did some things, I think, that were kind of punk, rock and roll, and I really loved it. Is it something that you're going to bring also in your new venture? Yeah,
I think it'll have more style, be a little bit more insidery. It'll still have that party component, because that's what it started with. Also a little bit smart and stylish.
Don't you love New York City?
I love it. I'm from New York. So.
I think it's the center of the world.
Yeah.
So you're from New York City, actually.
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised in New York. That's rare, actually. You don't meet many people.
I know everyone says that, but for me, everyone I know is so many people are born and raised, but it is rare, I guess.
So how was it growing up in New York?
It was fun. I grew up on the Upper East Side. My whole family's still there. Then I kind of couldn't wait to move out of the Upper East Side. So when I was a teenager, I had blue hair and mohawks, and I would skateboard everywhere.
No.
Yes, I couldn't wait to.
I hope we'll get pictures of that.
Yeah, they're out there, or they exist. That was pre-Instagram, so
pre-everything.
You could cause trouble and nobody saw it.
Yes. So you were Upper East Side. Do this well, because for me, New York City, and I've been living here for a few years, and what was extraordinary about New York City was the fact that different worlds, even universe, were kind of cohabitating next to each other. One block, it was something totally different. So for someone like you, do you go downtown? Do you go west side?
I really go everywhere. After I grew up in New York, and I couldn't wait to leave the Upper East Side, because it was very, especially when I was a kid, conservative, and I was the opposite, so I would immediately go downtown.
Yes.
And now, downtown's kind of everywhere. And then I moved to Tribeca, and I lived there for 7 years.
Yes.
And it was great, but I was a little bit bored. I think I was too young when I lived there, and now it's 2 years I live in Williamsburg, in Brooklyn, which I'm obsessed with. I love it more than anything.
I think it's becoming, or it is now, better than even in Manhattan.
It's amazing. It kind of felt like what downtown was when I was a kid. It feels like that now. Free and young, and it just feels like there's possibilities. Things open up in stores.
Yes.
And, everyone complains that New York there are too many Duane Reeds, and you always need a Duane Reed.
You always do, exactly.
I mean, there is a Duane Reed on my block. It's funny, when I moved there, my mother was like, "Oh my God, Brooklyn's so dangerous," and I kept telling her that Christina Ricci lived in my building. She was like, "I don't know who that is." And I was like, "It's a small movie star." She's like, "That big."
Mermaids?
Yeah. She never gets mugged or beaten up or anything.
Has New York changed? Do you see an evolution in terms of the nightlife, the people in New York?
I think that people always say, "Oh, it was better whenever." They're nostalgic, but I think it's always good. It's just different. I think the one thing that's changed is, when I was a teenager, downtown and uptown were really two different worlds. People said 14th Street. There was that expression, I'll get a nosebleed if I go above 14th Street, and it really felt like two different worlds. And now they've kind of merged, I think, because of real estate and the cost of living. Now people live everywhere.
Tell me about it.
So, it's not, and that's why I think that, kind of like, and you know, Williamsburg isn't cheap either. Now it's
Not
like
anymore.
Bushwick,
Not anymore.
not anymore at all.
I think I read somewhere in the New York Times last weekend that people actually are moving out of Brooklyn now because it's becoming
too expensive.
It's too expensive.
Supposedly, Queens is the next frontier.
So, guest of guests,
Yep.
you get into every parties.
Get into a lot of parties, yeah.
Give us something. Give us something. What did you see lately that was actually out of there crazy?
I went to a party actually going back in Red Hook, Brooklyn. This artist, Dustin Yellen, has this amazing, huge building called Pioneer Works, and it was Dom Perignon had a party. So it was all these kind of like fancy fashion people in Red Hook, Brooklyn. That was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
And then I went to the Boom Boom Room, reopened.
Oh.
I guess they reopened, and Banks, the singer, sang there. And I hadn't been there in a year or two. I used to go there all the time. And really nothing changes.
All right. So I want you to look at your camera.
Okay.
And make a promise.
Yep.
That you will take me to those parties from now on.
I promise. You're on the list.
Someone had told me before, someone that you know. The position of editor-in-chief, you know, although it sounds glamorous and everything, it's maybe the most ungrateful position in the world.
It's a thankless job.
Yes, it is. Do you feel that way?
I guess I was the editor-in-chief of a magazine called Avenue, which is very Upper East Side, and I completely changed that when I was there for a year and a half. Then I started seeing, now I'm doing it online. Before that, the Fashion Week Daily, I was almost the editor-in-chief, the editorial director, but my job, and you just have to do everything.
You do.
It's not like you're the art director where you can just focus on this. I was the art director at Scene, I was the editor, I was like booking talent, mostly through connections. Like, you know, I had met Iman, so I like called her up and I was like, please be on the cover of my magazine. You know, it was like a lot of wrangling.
The summer is over? The Hamptons?
Over. Yeah, it's over.
Yes, did you have fun? Did you go?
I did. I grew up going to Southampton with my family, but I went to Montauk this summer.
Montauk is happening.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Williamsburg.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely. I remember.
Consistent.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, no one will dare. I don't even know if the jitney was had a stop there.
Probably not.
And now it's packed. It's completely changing.
Yeah.
It's all completely changing. Listen, Peter, it was such a pleasure
Thank
having
you
you
so
on my
much.
show.
Thank you.
You are on social media.
Yep.
So I want you to look at the camera and please tell the audience where we can follow you.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter, Peter Davis NYC, at Peter Davis NYC. And I'll follow you back if you're fun.
Oh, they're all fun.
They're all fun.
Yes.
I know.
Thank you so much
Thank
for coming.
you so
Have fun.
much.
Say hi to Lady Gaga for
I
us. Tell her to come on the show.
I will. I'll tell her to come. I'll bring her back with me. I'll like.
Yes, yeah, on the chain.
Yeah,
she
on
might
the chain.
like it.
She probably
she might like it. Thank you for watching. This was the Alexi Minko Show. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.